Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Super excited for today's episode. Today we are talking about how to actually go about pitching different like manager, UGC account manager or creator managers, as they're sometimes called, creator success managers or specialists or whatever they want to call themselves, how to go about pitching them and also about your portfolio. So maybe I will link what my portfolio looks like so you can take a gander at that. But again, remember, we want to be original. We don't want to be copiers in any way, shape, or form. But as far as reaching out, so let's say you are like, okay, I like fashion. I'm a student, so I like, study stuff. And then I like reading, right? Or like you look in the apps that you're already using on your phone, which is a great place to start, by the way, and especially when it comes to your portfolio. So you're like, okay, for example, I have the Hoopla app on my phone. And so I'm like, okay, so for my portfolio, I'm like, let me make a little video promoting Hoopla. So you basically, in the first, and this will be, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I'm going to do this, to be honest. I'm going to have to make a larger episode or within this podcast actually go over the technical, like the actual production pieces, but this is just going to be very like high overview. So in this sample portfolio video for Hoopla, we'll say, your video essentially wants to be between, I'll say between 10 and 15 seconds. Now that's pretty common for UGC short form. Sometimes if it depends on like the style of videos too, which we'll go over in a different episode, but like talking head videos, obviously those are a bit longer. But let's just say for the sake of this example for your portfolio, it's about, we'll just say it's just 10 seconds. We'll just keep it there. So, first 3 seconds, I am doing some exaggerated facial expression. It needs to be more exaggerated than in real life. Or or what I've seen works is it's super chill, but you got to find that combination, and a lot of times it comes with iterating and just like trying different things to see what works. But typically a really shocked surprise face, just really like really intense facial expression while also you're moving the camera because you are wanting to gather attention. You want to keep attention for as long as you can. That is the name of this game, okay? So you're moving the phone maybe closer to your face as you're making the facial expression, whatever. You've got text on screen, something outrageous like, or I've been, checking out books for my library for the last 15 years and I'm just now finding this. That is a very long title and I wouldn't suggest that. But something where it's like I've been doing XYZ for X amount of years, something outrageous, and I'm just now finding this. Or like, so when were y'all gonna tell me that X? Or like just something like either rage baity or something that's like, wow, like she literally has been doing this for so long and like she just found this. Like you want to make it seem genuine, like you're just coming across whatever you're coming across. Then the next bulk of the video is usually around like 8 seconds. That is going to be the demo of the product. And I'm sure you guys have seen videos like this on social. Somebody makes some sort of facial expression, they go right into the demo. This is an app or a website. They're showcasing the best feature of that app or website. And then it either ends with the demo and it's like a soft CTA. Or in the caption, a soft CTA is like a soft call to action where you're not like, hey, go download XYZ now. You might put it in the caption, like, by the way, the app is called this, something like that where it's like more slick, right? So the video could end with, just right after the demo, it just ends. Or it cuts back to you and it's like, like I can't believe this or whatever. But I haven't really seen anywhere it actually cuts back to you. So that would be like a good example for a portfolio video. Now, again, so I did that one, and I will link this because I feel like I'm not really doing the best job of explaining this, and I'm a visual learner, so I would need to see this. So I will link it so you can see what I'm talking about, and then I may even link a couple of the accounts that I'm working on so you can kind of get the gist of what some of those videos look like. Um, but it's all love, okay? So it's all love. I'm putting you on the T. That means you either need to be engaging or not engaging at all, okay? Because we're all lovers here. We're not haters, we're all lovers because people are charging for this information. Mind you, I'm giving it to you for free. So keep that in mind. Okay. So now, once you have, I would say make like 3 portfolio videos. And again, you want to like vary them. Maybe you do have like a talking head one. And again, you've definitely seen those. Those are so prevalent on TikTok. Those are kind of more like review style videos. But yeah, if you want to find an app on your phone that you love, you know, pretend to make a video about that. Like that could be a great sample video. So once you've got your sample videos, then you want to find either the companies that you made those videos for that you love and you're like, why not? And then you either go 2 ways. You can go straight to like the main brand account, message them, or try to find some sort of email, and DM and message and hey, I love, I love the brand, especially the content around XYZ, like it's helped me so much XYZ. I'd love to create for you, here, and then maybe you put like here are a couple of my ideas, or like if you did make those portfolio videos specifically for that, you could pop those links in there. Or you can say, like, although I'm a new creator, I do bring like a really like girl energy, or like I'm really like I have a really distinct way I talk, or like just whatever, like talk yourself up. Like although you haven't been doing this, you have still been living on this earth for a long time. So you still do have a value to add. Maybe it's the fact that you're really punctual, you really admire, not admire, but like you're really good with deadlines, like you take your work very seriously. That is something very important too, because if brands are bringing you on, they need to be able to know that they trust you, and that way you will follow through when deliverables are time to be posted, because at the end of the day, like those account managers have like they like people are over them making sure that things are going as they should be, so they want to make sure that like people who are they're bringing on will not disappoint them. And to that, I've actually had a company that we both parted ways, but yet they still like they recommended me, they connected me through email to a different platform for a job. And they were like, hey, like Erica's so good to work with. She's really like out of the box. She really thorough, like she always delivers on time. She takes feedback, whatever, all the things, right? So it's all those things that may not necessarily relate to the videos that you're making directly, but you as an upstanding, professional, not just like some la-di-da, like whatever, people will see that, and you never know what sort of jobs or opportunities that will be able to land you in the future. So, after you've sent those emails, follow up with them, like follow up every couple days, right? There was this one brand I really wanted to work with, and I'm still working with to this day. Like, I didn't do the best job of following up, but I did here and there. And then they finally got back to me, and like turns out there was just this small miscommunication, which was like amongst their internal team, not amongst me and them. But yeah, they got it sorted, and I've been happily working on their creator team ever since. And it's so easy too. Like it's so easy. So make sure that you're following up, and then always continue to look for new brands to reach out to. Just keep your UGC hat on. And then another way to do this, which it's helped me only one time, but this one time has paid me the most. So, and ironically, the same one of the girls I did the, boot camp with, Sydney's boot camp, she also did Sydney's boot camp, and so Sydney had posted a video of this girl, and just, like, hyping her up or whatever, but I ended up following her account, the girl she was hyping up, looked at her creator account for one of the brands, and I reached out to her. I was like, "Hey," and, like, luckily, we had Sydney's boot camp in common, so it definitely worked out. But if you don't have anyone, like you're brand new, you can still reach out to these other creators and be like, "Hey, like I love your content. I would love to create for this brand as well. Like, do you have a good email or contact or whatever?" And like for me, like I will never not put anybody on. If you come to me like that, not like, "Hey, like, whatever, whatever." if you come to me and you say like what I just said, like, of course, I'm gonna try to put people on because like that's just good karma. Like, and especially the fact that like that's how I found this opportunity as well. So some people will give you a contact information and some people won't, and that's just what it is. But this girl was like, yeah, like let me ask them if they're bringing on new creators. Long story short, that is the account that I made literally $18,000 in my first 2 months of creating. Now I will be transparent, the next month, my 3rd month, and then the 4th month that we are currently in, my 3rd month was a little bit slow. Like I only made maybe like 2,000. And then right now for July, I'm at like, ah gosh, I want to say, I'll probably want to say around the same, honestly. Just to be transparent with you guys, but like literally there is money to be made in this. And I don't want to go off on too much of a side quest, but to recap, make your portfolio videos, couple sample videos, check the description of this video so you can see my portfolio. They can be random apps that you use or random apps that you find and you're like, "Hey, I want to create for you." And then you start to just make your own ideas into those videos, put them up on your portfolio. You can do that on Canva for free. It's just like the website that you are making in Canva. Then you want to find those brands you want to work with, send them an email, go into their DMs and follow up consistently. Then look for creators for those accounts as well. Hit them up multiple times if you really want to work with that brand. Maybe they'll reach out, maybe they won't. And then eventually you'll have companies starting to reach out to you. Let's lastly, before we wrap up this episode, because it is getting a little bit long, let's talk about places that you can find gigs. So, and I will link them because I feel like I'm going to be missing a couple. So I will put them in the description as well. But SideShift is one of my favorite places to find gigs on. Payday.social is one as well. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, people have their private communities, like through their coaching offers, they'll have brands linked and stuff like that. Cause those are literally the only two I can think of right now. But I know that there's for sure like two more that I can think of. Like I said, I'll put it in the description of this video. But that should be a good start for you, girls and boys. So get started. I love you, and I can't wait to see you or hear you in the next episode.